To which the poster says, yay, and then sends a meme, go team. I really enjoyed working with you. You seem like a very sweet and smart girl, and I'd love to take you out sometime. To which they say, that's very kind of you, but I have a boyfriend.
Guardian, good running tactical for you
She
again.
said the phrase, I have a boyfriend. There is no phrase more powerful in the English language than that. The strongest sentence ever constructed. That's like the nuclear bomb here. I have a boyfriend is a phrase, nay, an incantation, more powerful than Avada Kedavra from Harry Potter. And it's just been deployed. So you can already start to speculate where things are going to go south. He responds by saying, hey, well, thanks for leading me on, which catches her. She says, I'm sorry, but I don't think I've done anything to imply I was interested in dating you, to which he responds, it's just funny how you never brought up that you were taken until now. Which is an interesting thing to respond with, because that makes it seem like he expects every girl that's taken to immediately state that upon starting a conversation with a man. Like they need to wear some kind of sign or some kind of label on their forehead that says, currently in relationship, not available, thank you. Try again at later date. Although she does say that she mentioned her boyfriend. Actually, I did. When I was at your house, I told you my boyfriend was picking me up, which she's able to counter beautifully by saying, I thought you meant a boy that you were friends with, because why would you go over to a guy's house if you're dating someone? And she says, because you offered to host and we needed somewhere to work on our project together, my boyfriend knew and didn't care because all we were doing was working. I'm sorry if I did anything to give you the wrong idea. And then he says, you let me buy you a pizza. Now, admittedly, I understand where the guy's coming from here. We all know about the law of equivalent exchange thanks to Full Metal Alchemist, and we have something like that in the real world. If you buy a girl a pizza, she is obligated to have sex with you. It's the pussy for pizza transaction. It's as old as time itself. So the fact that he was able to buy her pizza and he didn't get his winky stinky is shocking. But anyway, he seems to really put a lot of stock in the importance of that pizza, like that was going to carry them all the way to marriage, like this is a moment she'd remember for the rest of her life or something, that pizza that he bought her. But I'd like to backtrack a bit just briefly. Let's go to the previous chapter where he said, I thought you meant a boy you were friends with, because why would your boyfriend be okay with you going to a guy's house to work on a project? And I feel like that's a dog shit perspective that's not unique to just this guy in this situation. I've seen a lot right now where people work under the assumption that if your significant other is doing anything in any capacity with someone of the opposite sex, it means that they're unfaithful to you and they're cheating. I just don't really subscribe to the belief that most normal, sane people think that way. Of course, there are extenuating circumstances to that, but in this scenario, and in most scenarios like this, where it's just, she's working on a group project with a classmate, I don't know why you'd immediately jump to, she must be a whore who's going behind my back to fuck this one goofball in her class and pretending that they're working on a group project. I just don't think that's something most ordinary people jump to immediately, and in this case, the guy views it as weird that she ever even agreed to go to his house to work on this group project if she was in a relationship, but I just don't understand why that would be viewed as weird. Like, where else are they going to do it? Like, if they go to her place and do it, it's the same problem, right? Now, she has invited a guy over to her house, and she's in a relationship to work on this group project. Would that be the same issue? Or if they go somewhere in public and do it, like a fucking Starbucks or whatever, it's still the same issue. Like, oh, now they went to a public place where people go, like, on dates sometimes to do this group project. So you can always make that argument no matter what. So it just, I don't know, it just doesn't compute. But anyway, back to the pizza. I offered to split when you told me you were ordering a pizza and you said it was your treat. If you'd like, I can sell you for half the cost. Yes, I'd like that. And you ate more of the pizza than I did, so you should pay for like 2/3 of it. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty math calculations here. Like, well, actually, listen here, Harvey. You ate more of the pie than I did, so you're gonna need to reimburse me more for it. And you know what? It wasn't my treat, because this Halloween there was only tricks. You tricked me. You lied by not telling me that you had a boyfriend. So give me extra cash for that pizza, you disgraceful harlot. She's being as gentle as possible here. I imagine she's scared of this individual, and she said as much in the comments of the post. She said that she didn't want to, like, get too aggressive back, because then she'd be, like, afraid of what he might do. It's just, like, I understand where she's coming from. You don't want to, you know, poke and all of that, so she's just like, okay, that's fine. I'm sorry again if you got the wrong idea, but I thought I made it clear that I viewed this as a professional relationship. Well, you didn't. And then he comes back and says, don't leave me on red. So he's getting very aggressive here. He's red in the face. He's steam coming out of the ears. Like, I understand why she wants to, like, tiptoe around this as gracefully and smoothly as possible. And it's something I've said a lot on stream, where in the current climate of things, it feels like everyone's more on edge than ever. Like, I've read so many stories over the last couple of years of people snapping at the smallest things, like even the most minor inconvenience. Like, this is a story I've referenced a lot, but it's one that actually legitimately sticks with me. There was a murder at a Subway where a man shot 2 Subway workers because they went a little heavy on the mayonnaise on a sandwich. Too much mayo was a death sentence for one of the 2 workers that was shot. The other one did survive, but I mean, it's things like that where it's never really worth pushing back. So in a case like this, I understand why she'd want to be really light about it. And I just want to mention that because I saw a lot of comments, like, not really grilling her or anything, but just really kind of wondering why she was being so polite in lieu of all of the aggression from this guy. And I totally understand why she would be. I really do get it. I just wanted to point that out real quick. But anyway, it wraps up by saying, I don't think this conversation is worth furthering. Which is fair. And then he responds saying, it's ridiculous you even chose a guy to work with if you have a man. I bet he was upset even if he pretended not to be. No, she explained this a little further in the comments. She didn't even choose him to be, like, her group project partner. Apparently the way the groups were chosen were people chose topics, and whoever had similar topics worked together. So these 2 just happen to have the same topics. It's not like she went out of her way to choose this, benevolent angel to work with or anything. But anyway, I understand this was like a very short text exchange. It's only like 3 screenshots here. But I just think there's a whole lot to digest and analyze here. As we as a species have become more and more isolated, all of our socialization and human interaction comes from behind a computer screen now, mostly. Almost all of our interaction with each other is through the internet. So it's leading to a lot of people not knowing how to socialize or not knowing how to pick up on, like, social cues. And I don't even really blame individuals for that. But it's led to situations kind of like this, where this guy really views that her being off the market, having a boyfriend, should mean that she shouldn't do anything at all with another guy, even work on a class project with another man. And also, something as simple as buying a pizza shows some kind of romantic interest between the 2 of them, some kind of mutual romance. So when it turns out that she wasn't interested and it leads to a rejection, it's something that he doesn't know how to handle appropriately. And overall, it is just pretty sad. Yes, it is like equal parts entertaining with some cringe text messages, of course, but at the core of it, there is a problem where people aren't going out in the real world and making genuine human connections. It's all through computers. So when you are in the real world with real humans, you don't really know how to handle things super well. So something as simple as getting, like, a rejection is a much bigger deal than it used to be. And overall, like I said, it's just kind of sad. I wanted to just talk about these text messages because I got real deep on why. Why would this be the response to something so simple? And, of course, the text messages are very silly, like with the whole fucking pizza side quest thing. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See you. I know many of you read the title and assume that this is clickbait or exaggeratory, but it's not. You may not believe me yet. Wait until I show you the evidence, the proof. This is the most unhinged individual we've looked at yet. He's equal parts frightening and fascinating, tiptoeing on the fine line between intrigue and how are they not locked in Arkham Asylum. It's a mystery here. He's like the product of a science experiment gone wrong, like if Professor Utonium added chemical cringe to the concoction instead of chemical X and then created this weirdo. Since I've been down this rabbit hole, this bender of consuming awful romantic texts and bad dating stories and bad dating videos and all of that, this guy is now at the top of the tier list for the weirdest. Like all great fairy tales, it begins over Facebook memes. So he says, "Did you block me on Facebook?" To which she responds, "Nah, my profile got deleted, maybe, I don't know, long story." And he goes, "You don't have to lie." I can just feel the sadness emanating from that line there. I can imagine him looking down and kicking his knees in the sand. And she goes, "I'm not. You can ask pretty much anyone. The profile is gone." And she responds, "I'm not going to waste my time finding out you're lying to me. So now you're going to ignore me." This is, I'm assuming, a lot of time passing between those 2 texts, and by a lot of time I mean probably like 5 minutes because this guy's fucking delusional. So he double texts her like, "Oh, so now you're ignoring me? Now that I've called you out on lying about this?" She responds by saying, "It's not like that, it's just I don't like being called a liar." He then claims, I didn't call you a liar, I just wanted to know what was going on. And then she says, I told you and you said I lied, dude. I don't even know why he's trying to pretend that he didn't call her a liar. He can literally look 2 text messages back and see that he point blank blatantly does call her a liar, basically. He's already off his board right now. He's fuming because this account that he follows posts memes that he likes, and now he doesn't get access to those memes, and he's throwing a temper tantrum. But really, at the end of the day, it's not so much the memes. He wanted to try and shoot his shot here with the individual who runs the account. He then tries a new angle by going for pity. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Just been going through shit. That sucks about your Facebook. And then he's able to almost cobble together a normal human interaction here. She goes, shit happens, it's cool. Just been in my head and your memes brighten my day. I got weird because I didn't do anything wrong for you to block me like that. My memes actually got me banned. This reminds me of like the potion seller video on YouTube a while back. You can't handle my strongest potions, Traveler. But in this case, it's memes for Facebook. And he just goes, for real? That's crazy. You post them all the time, though. It must be something fucked up, huh? Well, if you made another Facebook, you better add me first. I'll be waiting, JK. To which he just tries to close it out by saying, well, yeah. Next chapter in this cringe anime is him trying to pull out the Riz here, trying to showcase his game. So what are you doing, dork? Haha, causing more trouble for Zuck? He's going for like the playful insults kind of thing, like, oh, you dork, you fucking weep. What are you up to, huh? And she just goes, nothing, and just hanging out. That's so cool. I love that with the exclamation point. Like, whoa, yes. I bet you're kicking ass in Animal Crossing, huh? Is it that fun? Looks too much for kids. Must be since you keep ghosting. Do you play any real games? To which he's baffled, saying, how is that not a real game? So again, a certain amount of time elapses between his first message with the, that's so cool, PC dialogue, and then going, oh, you're so good at ghosting. This guy fucking emotion back and forth, his brain all over the place, fucking scrambled. And he tries to, it's like make an argument out of this, successfully make it. By calling Animal Crossing not a real game. So he tries to get like this sort of elitism about him when it comes to gaming. So I'm assuming he came straight from Reddit and was just ready to get argumentative about like what a real game.
What was that?
Animal Crossing doesn't fit the criteria.
I just got a spike.
Yo, you serious? Laughing emoji. It's dumbass animals or some shit being your friends. No real gaming. You know that. Oh, it hurts me to read that. And then she goes, well, what's a real game then? You don't have to get an attitude. I'm just making fun, dork. Oh, why are you getting offended? I'm just insulting what you're playing. Like, what are you getting all bent out of shape over? Oh, come on, calm down. What, are you on your period or something? Well, why don't you ask one of your dumbass animal friends to help you with it or something? Like, dork? Oh, it's so painful reading this guy's text, and it only gets worse. It gets even more outrageous. But he's so aggressive with everything. It's like he treats a text conversation like it's an active war zone. Rocket League is a way better game than that. But I guess it's not cute enough for you. Yeah, not enough. Sunshine and rainbows for you girly girls. This is a real man's Battlefield. And speaking of Battlefield, games like Battlefield, Cyberpunk, Far Cry, shit, Madden, that's a sport. And men like me play sports. I could help you play them. What a generous offer from this guy. Wow, tell me you're a basic white guy without telling me you're a basic white guy. You got jokes. Double laughing, crying emoji. All that is casual shit. Think of a real game. Get on my level. I really appreciate that now she's just making fun of him directly to his face. I have no doubt she was laughing while writing all this shit just to string him along and continue to watch him embarrass himself like the clown he is. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm playing around, dork. Every game I play is so much more hardcore than what you just said. Witcher, Shin Megami Tensei, fucking Fable even. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. She started to assault him. He is capable of insinuating he's not playing real games and she's more hardcore. And he does not take kindly to that. Now he gets exceptionally whiny. Why are you being such a bitch? I'm literally trying to have a convo, that's it. And oh brother, it's the worst conversation ever attempted. I feel like I should have blocked you even if I did have Facebook. You're insulting my game choices. which he's always been doing, is just insulting what she plays. I don't know why he thinks it's just some, like, normal conversation. And he keeps calling her a dork like it's straight out of Ed, Edd n Eddy or something. I don't know what he was expecting. Because they're weak AF, and you're being a cunt over nothing. Whatever. She really hasn't even been even close to me. Not an iota of malice from her here. All she did was, like, defend her game and then joke about what he's like being casual. It is fucking Rocket League, Madden, Battlefield. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like you're some kind of hardcore gamer playing B shit. You're playing the most mainstream game ever. Like, so that she's some super villain that's just been doing nothing but belittling him. He started it. She's not even doing anything mean. Does your mom know you talk to women like this? My mom won't around. Why TF keep bringing that up? That checks out. You have zero respect for me or anyone. You're just a fat bitch who does nothing and leads people on. You're nothing. Fuck you. I was being nice. I'm so curious to see what him being mean looks like. He immediately just breaks down into this fucking soiled diaper meltdown. You're a fat bitch! And he keeps using the wrong you word. He never even accidentally gets the correct form of your in any of his statements here, which grinds my ass a little bit. But he's like, you just lead people on. What? How? How did she lead you on? By responding to you? Granted, this is probably the first woman that has ever responded to a text message from this guy, so maybe that's, like, where things got misconstrued. He thought that since she responded to his initial message, she must be interested. This is so baffling, it's making my face crack. My vocal folds are freaking out. It's so odd that someone can have a rotted brain like this. No wonder you can't get a boyfriend, bitch. I don't settle for trash with your baby mom. You called me a liar. Shit on my game. Play even more trash games. At least they getting dick, unlike your fugly ass. You have no idea what you do. What does that mean? You have no idea what you do. I don't even understand what that statement's supposed to mean. That you have fucking herpes, you fat piece of shit. How many kids do you have custody of again? All? How many of your boyfriends died? Which, I'm guessing these two must know each other through Facebook mutuals or something, so he must see, like, some of the stuff that she posts, because that sounds legitimately extremely personal. And if that is a real situation that one of her partners died, that is one of the most vile fucking things you can say to somebody, and this guy is an irredeemable, insufferable piece of shit. Wow, so this is what you do to get girls? Insult them? Again, I was playing, but you had to be a cunt. What do you mean you were playing? Your whole thing was just being aggressive from the start by just constantly spamming the word while insulting her playing Animal Crossing. She then continues to just take the piss. So she goes, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going through shit too. How are you at Rocket League anyway? And then immediately he just simmers down. He's back to, like, good boy status. I understand. I'm sorry too. He's going caveman mode. I'm pretty good. I can show how to level up. What's your ranking? Platinum. So you're mediocre at best. I'm fucking Plat 2 and Diamond 2. And I'm trash. In Rocket League, Plat isn't very good. Majority of players end up. So he's not good. He's not good at all. What's your gamer tag? Why? So he also seems like he's lying about this because he first brag about being Plat in Rocket League. So she started to catch him on a flop where he's supposed to be just lying about his Rocket League rank, which is even more pathetic. I want to see for myself. What console? What's it matter? You don't have an Xbox? Why not Switch? It's on all consoles. So he started to sweat a little bit like he's pressed against the wall. Like, why? Why do you want to know that? He tries desperately to turn this around into a situation where they can see each other, which sounds like it'd be downright dangerous to be around this guy. Why don't we hang and I can show you? What's your tag? I got trust issues. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, what is your gamer tag? It shouldn't be an issue. I mean, you're Plat in Rocket League. You're a big guy, a big man. What's the gamer tag? What do you got trust issues? Again, ignoring that. I'm just curious. It seems like you're lying. I'm not. And then she drops a meme. It smells like bitch in here. Which is just genuinely a normal, silly meme. It's not even, like, mean. If anything, it's clearly meant to be, like, a joke. And for some reason, this sets him off in the biggest way yet. A fucking atomic bomb in his brain here, and he unleashes the Godzilla heat breath. Cunt. Fuck you, fat piece of shit. You have no idea who you mess with. Go die. Everyone at Dress hates you and thinks you're a slut. I thought differently. Wanted to give you a chance. I thought you were a nice girl and wanted to be your friend. I'm sure this was the best way you could do it. By the way, I have a fresh meme. Taking care of my kids, lying to women about my Rocket League rank. So she's just dropping some memes on him at this point here, just adding insult to injury. To which he responds, just kill yourself already. He's trapped in 2009 Xbox Live Gamer Zone. He's really fucking struggling here and treading water. I can hear the tears in his eyes right now. Literally feel them through his sad texting. Forever heart stuck plat in Rocket League, and forever heart stuck being alone in life with an attitude like this. What an absolute curse. He just continues speaking like an anime villain. Fucking with me, you slut. Wait, can I not get dick, or am I a slut? Pointing out a contradiction because he keeps calling her slut and then also saying that she can't get any leaner. So he's all over the place. He's scrambled. Yeah, I bet you want it after this, you whore. Choke on a dick, whale. Just continues having a fucking conniption. Can't believe I wanted to build something with someone so dumb and nasty. And then again, she just responds with another meme. What do you mean you wanted to build something with her? Reached out about feeling like you've been blocked and immediately started calling for a riot. What are you doing? Fantasy. He started calling her a liar and insulting her for some games. And I remember like, oh, for you, I'm calling the game around coming down the top game like she is. It's massive. It's what I mean. Like, it's actually a tribute to how someone's life becomes like, it's hard to do like everything. I don't there's so all over the place. Like, he starts by getting really mean and aggressive and insulting for games and all of that. You know, it's really personal. And then he actually kept, like, talking about language, talking down and then the second she drops a meme making a joke, again, explodes once more. It's just, you know, everyone knows her slut, that slut, people, I think it was coming from fucking nowhere. She didn't think he was, she didn't think I just respond to your initial fucking message. I mentioned out something I am not an actual fucking unsafe to be about. It's all happening. Actually, nothing. It started because of not having access to some things that, like, I had to share this. I think this is now at the top of the food chain when it comes to, like, 3D people, you know, romantic types that I've been diving through. This one's always one. But yeah, it's really better. Yeah, good morning. Welcome back to the Magic here. Morning, how you get an action-packed lineup for you today. Get out your cup of coffee, enjoy your cereal. It's about to be a bit of a ride. Sometimes I'm asked, why do I have were deleted. But I said that I said that having not this you can hide run, I don't find it, nope, I'm look up the big old smile. I'll say, thank you so much for this time. So I got the library out. This is not I had to see so many angles that were tagged in this for 2 years. Like a fucking CIA document with all the facts. Anyway, I got it. I don't want to do it. I said, that's one of the things. So, Fallout was, I don't know, essentially what it is basketball. He says, you have to be cool. Why is everyone acting like I'm crazy? Sabrina is drunk, dead, sexy, gay, whatever the fuck is not. It's painfully average and mediocre at best. As I said before, gay not only compared to her, might as well. Sabrina's figure is what I call perfection. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm trying to make it. Her hair is professional, her face is gorgeous, and her body is literally to die for. Not to mention she's strong and takes what she wants. I admire that. And she doesn't want you, so admire that. Come work for her. She will never want you. No matter how many times you make Twitter posts about her, obsessed with her. It's scary. It's uncanny. Stop it. Like, I don't know how it's going to really play the cards. But even putting it in the plainest terms for someone to understand, it's that like he's in the flood, his blood everyone. So after all this kind of goes up, so he's shooting the moon to him, so comes back with this thing, on the spot, he says, I believe in myself and the dream of being honest and straightforward. She says no, but he's an agreement who doesn't understand the word. She is right. It's very blunt, but it is the way he is picking words, not taking words, and being very good. Again, they don't and he has become this obsessive over this whole situation. Like, even so much as saying, like, he doesn't deserve words, and he doesn't recognize why, and I know that's not exclusive to this guy. It's very important to have self-awareness and self-reflection and separate yourself from this situation. Take a step back and stuff. He needs to be able to have that. That's how he recognize that he has recognized something. And you need to move from it to not let this go. He just keeps going. I thought you'd appreciate my persistence. I thought one for the applicants that didn't get any engagement that lined up for that dude. I didn't think that might be on. It has nothing to do with the individual in this case. It just all has to do with let you know that it's not okay. It's not able to grasp the situation, and I also don't know why people make these systems shit. Again, you know, and being extremely persistent and annoying about shit is something that it's not even implemented. People like hoping, pestering, like constantly prodding. No one's going to tell my friend. It explains to them again how what you've done is something that they appreciate, and he just ignores it and says, nobody else understands my point was that's trying to make. Wait, you're not making a point. You just keep saying that you fight for it, find a boyfriend, and you won't get one for the other. Well, like, what is are you talking about? There's like a deep underlying message that you're trying to get across the world. So you see, here, forever to see on the paper. This is the last DM here that was shared. It says, I treat you with the utmost respect, actually. That's the utmost respect. That's what I got. She responds, you can't accept the word no. Respect. Your loss, I guess. That's just the last sign off from like every single one of these about bad romantic speeches. Somehow always guy saying, your class, I actually like the best endeavor. I'm like, shit, it's the nicest guy ever. So, back to back this one. Think about that every night, trying to get to sleep. What a big loss. I don't know why that's so common amongst all of this, but it is very interesting to see it every single time. Anyone who understands things like this, it's like, weirdo, statements, all that stuff. This guy saying, hey, he's seeing he spelled out he speaks about himself as he's talking. And she's saying, I think so, from like middle school. So they knew each other in middle school, and then swings were like sometimes since then. Because then a couple months later, he reaches out again saying, hey, have kids yet? It's already off. Start. They're clearly in their adult years. This guy's thinking about her from middle school, and then reaches out a couple months after making initial contact, just asking if he has a secret. And it only gets more strange. Here's one saying, hey, I don't have kids yet, but last, so just asking a friend, hey, you have a girlfriend? Can I tell you something? That's how you know you're not straight to the shit. That question, can I tell you something, always seems to seem the most foul thing you'll ever hear in your life. I've read so many of these texts on so many bad videos recently that this is the more concerning question he asked. Can I tell you something? It's a very almost just have the example words. I think something like that. Just spit it out and say it with your whole chest here. What's the point in acting like some kind of shy gifting? Like, what's responsible for that? You made it possible to shoot that down because the conversation gets posted. So everyone has to say, like, yeah, I guess you can tell me something. So just demand it over this ridiculously way. Just say it without asking for permission because we all after about it. She says, yeah, let's not go over you if she declines saying, oh, you can't tell me anything. Leave me alone until it would stop this maniac. He goes, so I use this like slow state this is clouding and right properly. And he was in middle school. I want T period to do this to you. Accidentally dropped paper. Like, if you were in skirt, I want to make you mine. Hope you don't get mad. Go ahead. No, I just read. Hey, just thinking about that he said the message he got sent was saying that he wanted to pull down her panties and put his fingers inside of her. And then he goes, if I were to do this to you, what let me? Lady Thomas is so frustrated and stupid and disturbing. It's like communicating with Dobby. If Dobby was hitting police, they should decline such a generous offer, saying, no, I have a wife. I need that in middle school. I wasn't interested in dating or sexual activity when I was in middle school. I wanted you really bad. Okay. It's a little bit evil, really sad. This is the craziest red flag conversation ever. This should be like a self-defense thing. This man is like dangerous and stuff. Perhaps that I think he accidentally wrote at the beginning was a little bit of sex offenders registry with his name and face on it. So that and was fantasizing about this. He's not even saying like, hey, I used to play with that and he is literally fantasizing about that's all place. So the mask fully comes off, the dam breaks, and he unleashes the demon. She says, I'm a bit confused as to why you're telling me this now, because obviously anyone would be confused getting this shit out. It's really creepy. And then he goes, yes, dear. Sorry, something awful fucking started jumping deer like this. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. In those words, I want to pull down your panties. Not even a little bit deer. Or excuse me, not even a little light deer. You there, Mom? Can I ask you a personal question? You're in middle school. There? Yes, we've seen it on news. That's a big thing here. And he keeps talking about your panties. You there? Keeps checking to make sure you come close. She hasn't abandoned it, called the police or something. Can I tell you something that I want to do to you in middle school? Humanity. If you didn't have a boyfriend, that mean things to you? You there? Surprisingly, she was still there. Hadn't bothered with that. So she says, it's not interesting, I don't think you somehow he was able to resist his charm. I can't believe passing over the secret from here to others. He says, I don't know. Also, it's a bit weird that you're talking about a 12-year-old being being sexual about it. Exactly. It's so fucking weird. And he just goes, well, we're not mad at you. It's dangerous. And she says, please don't come back. Why like this guy's freaking red for birds and cowards and dogs? Just reading what he keeps saying to her is so unnerving because he's talking about a middle school virgin. He's trying out that sexual predator ridge, I guess, and it did not at all. I'll take let's do a little bonus one here. Let me show you how not to flirt with someone you're interested in romantically. So it seems like they were talking a little bit before these screenshots were taken. He says, play video games, like other than Candy Crush and Pokemon. And she goes, yep, what gave it away? How many chicks that are like it. I was being nice to you. Oh my goodness, I did never believe this. And now you're breaking me up. You also just made like a redditor, like his response being, why? A guy who you already desired to be showed you the affection up with it. Like that is actual essential redditor response right there. And from Daddy Wallace decides to bring out the law. You're looking constantly, girl. Going to it's deep cut. And then she just goes, yeah, I'm talking first. Don't text me back. Bye. Look at me. Guys, immediately he's gonna go hurt. For nothing wrong. Does nothing wrong. At all. These guys just can't be wrong. It's like gross. Being honest about it. You can handle that. I think intellectually compatible with me. All I didn't check marks for being things right now. I'm very sorry. Like I was being mean or sexist or whatever when I wasn't. I hope you learn to be less mean like that. And you're already past your years. And they say chivalry is dead. That's how you do it. Excellent work here, and I have no doubt they're going to be there. So he blames her for everything that went wrong. He seems to think she was being unreasonable, that just being honest, which is crazy. It's so sad how a conversation goes so long. Just being bad. This guy is very insecure, I guess, but being peace or something. I have no idea. But he just being possible manner saying like, oh,
Dude. And just like that, I lost all motivation.